Hi, and this is Rizik from the Ragnarok server doing my third part of my Dynamis Let's Play. Now I'm just going to show you some general gameplay of Dynamis. At the moment it's 11:32 and it's bronze pieces. I'm going to go for the weapons because they're a little bit camped, so you'll be able to get a general idea of what it's like to compete with other people and just stagger. There we go, straight off the bat, step staggered. Those red exclamation marks means now you can just kill it. Just switch my weapon skill gear thing and then switch back. That's great. I use a controller. And I do have a few keys. I use the keyboard a bit to hit macros sometimes, but generally the controller deals pretty well. It's really good for targeting, left, right. But I mean, if you played the game using a keyboard, stick to keyboard. I'm sure there's other ways of playing a game. I mean, stuff like Windower and stuff. Got no preference on it. I mean, in my opinion, I don't consider it like cheating. I feel that the usual client is pretty bad in some ways, but there's obviously, I believe, some cheating aspect to it. I mean, it depends on your opinion. Anyway, it's probably an area I don't really want to get into because there's people that feel either way about it. Anyway, it's pretty much just killing now. Go over a bit of food about food and stuff like that. I'm using carbonara at the moment, but in my I would recommend using yellow curry buns or red curry buns. Yellow curry buns cheaper, add a little bit less attack, a little bit less strength. It's just general food. If you're gonna use the least you're gonna use, make sure you use it. Don't go in without food. I mean, it's like a yellow curry bun, you'd use 4, which is about 12k. That's literally 2 Dynamis coins. I mean, you're gonna make more than that back from farming Dynamis. So being cheap, it doesn't pay off. I mean, definitely. Red curry buns, I mean, I use them just for the extra bit of damage. Again, each one lasts 30 minutes. I'm sure when it's uncamped and there's a lot of mobs about, I'm sure I make the money back on it. Sometimes I probably don't, but doing that little bit of extra damage, it's fun. Enjoy. Dynamis will get boring if you're gonna keep doing it. I've done it more than 100 times now. I guess why I'm doing the let's play. I mean, it is a little bit more interesting. I'm able to talk about stuff. Things like that. There's a bit of competition there. He's alright. I know that guy. He used to be in a link shell. In fact, he got kicked out because one of the members suspected him of using a locked program. But I get either way. I mean, when he didn't get kicked out, he basically got a temp, and then he came back, and then he was very kind of rude. But he seems like a decent guy in my opinion. I mean, not a bad guy in general. I'd say there's no way to prove that stuff, so don't take my word for it. Just either way, if he's got a few mobs on him, I'm not going to steal from him. I mean, it's not something to do. I mean, people will steal the mobs, and that's definitely something I want to cover in this. But I think I'll go over that a little bit more in a bit. I mean, outside that one, what else? Staggers. As I said, use your steps. I use a box step usually. That's every 15 seconds. Then violent flourish off that. And feral howl. They're the 3 main ones. Then your pet also can stagger using its weapon skills. So I usually like to use a TP move at the start of mob. I got no TP there, so I won't use it on this one. Start with box step. A bit of a cough there. Been talking a bit too long, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty much staggers covered. Outside of people claiming mobs and taking mobs from you, it's gonna happen. As far as the general concern by Square Enix is that if it's white, it's basically it's free up for grabs. Sometimes people will treat you. There are various players. Some people will treat you with a lot of respect, so they won't take mobs from you. Generally, I like to leave those kind of people alone. Sometimes those people use their kind nature against you, though. I mean, for example, I had a thief once, and he used to you used to see him. He used to just aggro 5 or 6 mobs, run off to a corner and start fighting them, and then and then all the mobs would be gone, and you'd be thinking, okay, I'll take one of them, and you go, well, I never steal from you, and it's like, well, I don't try to pull 5 mobs up to the side. So I mean, people have their own rules and stuff, but in general, the rules of the game, if it's white, it's free game. If people have an issue with that, I mean, it's more an issue with Square Enix. I mean, to be honest, don't forget that sometimes, if you're taking mobs and people, that person could be a guy that later on you need for, you need to be in good favour to join their link shell, or you might need to do a Void Watch run. So get a bad reputation off some people is not good. But there's others that, are generally very aggressive and they will try to steal your mobs. And, if they have white mobs, it's all free game, and I have no qualms about taking mobs off them. But, in general, if there's a mob up, I'll go for that. Outside that, just, do what you want. After that, I guess claiming, use animated flourish. I'm not sure if you use darts. I should have probably looked it up before I started this video, because I think I talked about that earlier in the first video, unless that was a take I didn't use. Ranged ammo, 25 yards. It's longer than animated flourish. If you're using darts, it's potentially a lot faster. But obviously, if you lag at all, you're probably gonna lose time on it, because you have to stay still for a range attack to thing. So if you've got to get to the position where you go to throw it, and hope it's in range. If it's not in range, you have to move again and throw it. So, I mean, I stick with animated flourish. I just run towards a mob, hit that as fast as I can. I have a general idea about how far it claims. It's about 17 yards, I've heard. I mean, I can't remember what that's on the radar. I think that's like almost the edge of the radar, even. I'm not sure. As I said, I'm sure you'll get used to that. That's a good tip as well. Always make sure you have a step free, especially when there's other people about. Because if you use up all your steps, like using reverse flourish to get TP, and not have any steps, you're going to be in a situation where you're not able to claim with animated flourish, and then you're pretty stuck. The one thing I do use a lot when that happens is Feral Howl. It's pretty handy. That beast over there, he was trying to take a few mods from me earlier on a different take. I kind of looked at the video, it was okay, but I wanted to do a second take, so this is the second one. Outside that, that's about it really. Just about keeping a mob claimed. Like, if you've got a pet and there's hate on that pet, like from 2 mobs, that pet will be hitting each mob individually, and that will make your mobs flash red, white, giving a chance for people to steal. If you've got a mob near death, use heal and just focus on just kill it yourself. That way you're gonna have like a good benefit to it. As I said, just try and keep your mob claims, and you shouldn't be too bad. Ways people steal mobs, there's a selection of ways. Beasts, one of their few tricks is they'll throw a pet onto your mob, and if it hits it enough, the pet will pull hate, and then once it pulls hate, and he has to do one more action to claim it. So once it's claimed, that's it. They'll get the mob. Another trick is to weapon skill the mob. This way you'll perform a lot of hate, and usually people attack pretty fast after they weapon skill a mob. So after they weapon skill the mob, they'll hit it, or they'll kill it with the weapon skill, get the claim. So that's something you need to watch out for. After that, I guess there's one trick I like to use is using Minstrel Axe. That has like a 15 range on it, and if a mob goes white with like about 15% HP, I guess maybe a little bit less, you'll pretty much kill it, and they won't see it coming, and it's like it's pretty good. Obviously, it's not a general tactic that you want to use on everybody. It's up to you how you want to play the game. In the end of the day, as I said, the only thing I would say is if you see me in Dynamis, don't steal my coins. But honestly, I wouldn't mind too much if you wanted to try. You could steal it and they go, "Oh, thanks for the tips, mate. Thanks for telling me how to steal mobs." And I'll be like, "Oh, fair enough. I kind of earned that one." Outside that, I think that's pretty much it. I'll probably leave it there. As I said, I'm on time change is going to be soon. Probably keep farming. Probably post how many coins I get in this run. I would estimate about 180, so I'll be doing the videos. Outside that, I don't really know what else to do. If you got any suggestions of other Let's Plays you want to see, I mean, I can cover any end game that you want, for sure, because that's going to be the primary aims of my videos, to go through At first it will be just to explain it, then I will just be doing showing us you link shell events that we do, and then probably give you a bit of chat out with link shell, just showing how the game works and how communication works. I'm sure people will be interested in Neo News IL when I do it, and Neo Odin and Neo Omega and Neo Ultima. We've already killed Omega already, so that's going to be a pretty easy video. Though he did die once. I mean, that was a pretty tough mob. It's got a load of accuracy. It's got a load of evasion. Even I got a relic, so even relics I was missing like anything. So pretty interesting. Anyway, I'll cover that next video. Thanks for watching, and leave comments down there for suggestions about other let's plays or tips on what you want me to talk about in videos. I mean, maybe a good idea to leave a few questions to me, and I'll cover it in the next video, like as I do my let's play. Right, thanks again, and I'll hopefully